Hello, everybody. We will start in 2 minutes' time. So let's wait for some other people who are going to join us. In the meantime, let me just introduce myself to you. My name is Anshu Singh, and I'm a IIT Kanpur from IIT Kanpur in the year 2003. And I have been teaching for the past 15 years for IIT JEE, JEE Main, as well as for BITSAT. We here at DoPrep strongly believe that every student does not have the same need. It is really important to learn only what you already don't know. Time is precious and you should really know how to utilize it to bring out the best in you. So in the meantime, all those people who have joined the webinar, they can start posting their doubts in the chat window. So once we'll start, we'll take up the questions one by one. And I will be posting a link of a tool that we have created for students who have joined our webinar. So using this tool, you will be able to actually gauge the level of preparedness in mathematics subject. And for the remaining subjects, we'll send you another form. You can fill that up also. We'll send that to you via mails. The usefulness of this tool will be described later on after the Q&A session in this webinar. So I have posted the link in the chat window, so everybody can have a look at that. But do not fill it right now. You can fill it after the webinar whenever you feel like. But do it as soon as possible, as the time is very less, and we would really like to guide you towards success. Again, all the questions that you have in mind regarding the BITSAT examination or any other examination which is related to engineering competitive exams, you can post your doubts over here. We'll start in 1 minute. I hope everybody is able to hear my voice. If yes, please type yes in the chat window. So let us start by, in the meantime, while you keep on posting your doubts, let us start by a brief introduction of what BITSAT is. So BITSAT is an online examination that is conducted in the month of May. And via this examination, you get admission to different engineering and basic sciences courses in the BITS campuses. So there are 3 campuses right now within India. One of them is abroad in Dubai. These 3 campuses are in Pilani, in Hyderabad, and one in Goa. The total number of seats that is present in these BITS campuses is around 2,000. And BITS Pilani is ranked among the top engineering institutes that is present in India, and it has been recently declared the Institute of Eminence by Government of India. In terms of alumni, infrastructure, placement and pay package, faculty, uh, and the academic and extra academic environment, BITS stands along with the top 5 IITs. In fact, it wins hands down when it comes to academics, because the selection, the quality of the students is better in BITS, because the admissions are purely merit based. There are no reservations whatsoever. And there's a unique concept in BITS Pilani, and that is of the freedom which it gives to the students of taking tutorials from the teacher of their own choice. And according to a survey, many students believe that BITS Pilani adapts faster to the changes in the educational sector than IITs. For example, engineering graphics in BITS is still called engineering drawing in IITs. BITS uses AutoCAD for engineering graphics, while IITs and NIITs still go the traditional way. And BITS provides you with liberal and free college life with no compulsory attendance, which gives you time to invest in all fields of your interest. They have a better pedagogic system and academic flexibilities. You have the option of dual degree here, where you can pursue both science and engineering together. And you can also spend the last semester in a good company as an intern without attending the any courses within the campus itself. So if you have, there are a few questions now which have been posted in the chat. So we'll take them one by one. Aryan has posted that I will only start preparing for BITSAT after my boards end, which ends on 2nd of April, and I think BITSAT is in end of May. So can you tell me if that much time is enough? So Aryan, by the time your board will end, you will have around 45 days for BITSAT. Well, yes, you can prepare for BITSAT in those 45 days, but why do you want to leave it till the end? Because the theory of BITSAT and the questions level that is asked in BITSAT is almost the same as that is asked in boards. The only thing that you need to practice is how you can improve your speed and accuracy, because that is what is actually checked in the BITSAT exam. So if I am guessing it right, you belong to the CBSE board. So if yes, then you already have NCERT books at your disposal. The syllabus of BITSAT is exactly the same as that of NCERT, and the questions are basically formula based and direct question based. So I would suggest that you start your preparation for BITSAT from today itself, because you are already studying the theory for boards. The only thing that you need to do extra is you need to start taking tests in the exact BITSAT environment, and also try to improve the concepts that you are not good in. So these are the concepts which are also there in boards. So if you come to know about those concepts which you are not good in, you will be actually clearing those doubts for your board's preparation as well. So our suggestion is that start the BITSAT preparation immediately, and you can do that by taking a mock test. You can take a mock test. There are numerous number of online platforms. We also have one. If you want to take on our platform, you can take it. You will get a personalized report, and we will be more than willing to guide you in your preparation for BITSAT along with boards. I hope I have answered that question, Aryan. So let's take the next question. Rajdeep Datta has asked, if I take DoPrep, how many tests will I be able to take? So Rajdeep, you will be able to take if you start the DoPrep program from today itself, and if you join our study plan, that is the BITSAT crash course, you will be able to give one examination per week. That's the full length test for the next till the BITSAT exam, till your actual BITSAT exam happens. So, but if you are going to enroll for our test series, there are a total of 12 full-length tests, which will, and there are, in addition to that, there are 2 free tests also. So in total, if I am, I just need to confirm, there are in total of, sorry, not 14, but 15 tests that you can take from the BITSAT test series itself. And plus, along with that, you will be able to practice a lot of questions. Okay, because we have provided at least 7500 questions against each chapter, which are there for practicing. And these questions are available along with the book app that we have. So I hope I've answered that question, Rajdeep. Bomineni has asked, I got 95 percentile in JEE Mains. Sir, how do you think I will do in BITSAT? So, Bomineni, so 95 percentile in JEE Mains actually means that there are around 40,000 students who are present there, who are above you, because there were around 8 lakh students who had actually appeared for JEE Main in the month of January. So if I look at the number of seats in the IITs, that amounts to around 11,000 seats. And in the top NITs, if I look at the number of seats, it's and especially in the top 5 branches, it will amount to something around 5 to 6,000 seats. So you can take out those 16,000 seats. Students who are above you, they are in all probabilities going to join NITs and IITs. But now if I reduce deduct those number of students, there are around 20 to 25,000 students above you. You can easily crack BITSAT now, because getting ahead of 20 to 20,000, 25,000 students in a competitive examination needs only an improvement of something around 25 to 30 marks. So if you want to actually know as to what your range is and where are you actually lying in terms of BITSAT preparation, I would suggest you to take a mock test. In that way, you will also come to know how many more marks you would be requiring in order to get the department of your choice in a particular campus. So there are, like I said, there are a number of online platforms. So I will post a link of the free test over in this chat window. You all people can have a look at that. And you can go to that link, you can take the test in an actual BITSAT environment, and you will get a fair idea as to where your preparation for BITSAT lies. But for the past 4 years, we have been looking at different number of students who have prepared for BITSAT. And Bomineni, I can assure you that if you start preparing for BITSAT from today itself, you will surely get into BITS planning. Okay, so Rajdeep, let me just get back to the question that you had said. So in total, there are 2 free tests, and in the test series, and in addition to that, there are 15 tests. In addition to that, there are 13. So in total, you have 15 tests in the test series, and you have practice questions for each and every chapter, and that amounts to something around 10,000 plus questions on the platform, which you can access if you take our package. So let's now take the next question, Sanchit. Sanchit, how to prepare for BITS strategy? So Sanchit, there is not a general answer for this particular question. So every student has needs to develop their own strategy depending on the level of preparation that they have till date. So in order to chalk out a future plan, you need to actually know where you lie in terms of the marks for overall qualification, as well as which areas are actually which areas in each subject and each chapter are there on which you can actually focus, and your improvement can actually happen in the next 100 days. So, Sanchit, a more detailed answer I would be able to give you if you take a mock test on our platform. Or if you have taken a mock test somewhere else, if you can share the report with us, we can actually guide you also. The one thing that I want to add over here is that do not leave BITSAT till the end, because the preparation of boards and preparation of BITSAT is exactly the same. And if you have a percentile which is less than 97 percentile in JEE Main, I would strongly recommend that you start your preparation for BITSAT right from today. Because you have a strong chance of getting into BITS planning, but the chances of getting into IITs and top NITs are very slim. And in any case, BITS planning is ranked much higher than the NITs, top ranked NITs like NIT Trichy and NIT Warangal and Sudakkal. So Jagan has asked which is comparatively easier. So Jagan, I'm doing a little guesswork over here. You must be asking about which exam is comparatively easier. So mains, yeah, you have mentioned it, mains or BITSAT. So Jagan, each competitive examination posts their unique set of problems. So for JEE Mains, the main issue is that you get a multi-concept questions, and you need to answer only 90 questions in 180 minutes, right? So the amount of time for each question there is around 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. If you take out the chemistry questions, which require much lesser time, the number of questions for physics and maths is around 3 minutes or so on an average. So that means that the questions are a little bit more complex. And if you look at the cutoffs that go in JEE Mains, it lies in the range of 80 to 110, so which is very, very, very less. So that means that the questions are quite difficult, and they are very complex, and they're not straightforward actually. But in BITSAT, you need to attend in the same time period, you need to attempt 150 questions. And if I look at the cutoffs that go in BITSAT, it goes to the level of 300, 280 to 300 overall out of total marks of 450. So that means that the questions that actually come in BITSAT are formula based and direct questions. So for that, you need to be very, very clear as to what memory, what importance the memory has, what importance actually the memorized stuff plays in when it comes to answering questions in BITSAT. So if you can remember all the formula, if you can remember all the important points that there are in NCERT, I think then BITSAT is a cakewalk. The only thing that you need to see is that you do not commit any silly mistakes, and you are actually increasing the speed, practicing more and more such type of questions in the same BITSAT environment. Practicing questions, say without the timer does not help you. For BITSAT, it has to be a timed practice because speed and accuracy is very important. If you can master that, then BITSAT is a cakewalk. So I hope Jagan, I have answered that query. So Tushar sir has asked, sir, can you please tell me some of the most important topics of class 11? Tushar, there is no most important topic for class 11. All the topics are important. In BITSAT, the question paper that is generated, it is randomized question paper. So they have a question bank which consists of questions from all the chapters, and it is a huge question bank. The questions that you are going to get in your question paper is very random. So the person who is sitting next to you will not get the same set of questions. So it may be that you may get an organic chemistry heavy question paper in chemistry, and the person who is sitting beside you may get a physical chemistry heavy question paper in chemistry. So you need to be conversant with each and every chapter, unlike JEE Main, because JEE Main, there is a set pattern which they follow, but in BITSAT, there is no pattern which they follow. You have to be conversant with each and every chapter, especially from NCERT and from a good book which can give you all the formulae and all the important points which you can revise in a short period of time. Sanchit has asked the cost of DoPrep. So Sanchit, you can go to our product page and you can actually find it over there. Or Sanchit will give you a call later on after this webinar, and we'll guide you with all the products that we have on offer. And then your problem will be, I think, taken care of. Rajdeep, yes, sir. That's good, Rajdeep. You have said that you want to enroll yourself in the DoPrep program. Don't worry. Our team will get in contact with you and will guide you towards the chemical engineering branch in BITS. You have started your preparation for Marihan BITSAT guide. That's good, Rajdeep. That's very good. In addition to that, what you would be requiring, we would guide you in a separate call. I hope your queries will be cleared in that call itself. So, Gagan, sir, can you please explain the model type and the subjects involved in BITSAT examination? So, the subjects involved in BITSAT examination, Gagan, is the same as that in JMN, except for there is one more subject, which is English and logical reasoning. So BITSAT actually tests whether you are conversant in English and whether you have the mindset of becoming an engineer. So that's why they test the logical reasoning part. So it's a very easy section, which most of the people score more than 90% in that section. The number of questions that come in that question paper in that section is around 25. In mathematics, you will be getting 45 questions. In chemistry and physics, you will be getting 40 each. And if you have answered all the 150 questions, and mind you, you need to answer the 150 questions before you can attempt the bonus questions. So every BITSAT question paper has a set of bonus questions, which only gets visible to you if you have answered the 150 questions and have opted for during the examination for answering those bonus questions. So the number of questions in the bonus section will be 4 questions each in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. There will be no bonus questions in the English and logical reasoning section. Our suggestion to all the students over the past 5 years is that do not go for bonus questions until unless you have answered the 150 questions without doing any guesswork, because the only number of marks that you actually need to qualify for a BITS campus is 300, and 300 means that you need to answer 100 questions correctly out of 150. So if you just attempt 100 questions and attempt them accurately, that would be more than enough for getting into BITS, and you can increase the number of questions depending on the branch that you require in the different BITS campus. And this examination is completely online, so you will be given slots. Once the application process is over, BITSAT releases the date for slot booking. You can book a slot depending on your convenience, and you can go and take the examination online at the center itself. Sai has asked how to prepare for BITSAT. I want tips and tricks to score maximum, and I want a schedule day-wise. So Sai, preparation for BITSAT is not a very complex thing to understand. It's just like preparing for any other examination. The only thing that you require is the material and the questions and the tests which have been specifically designed for BITSAT. So by that we mean that if you keep on practicing JEE Main level and JEE Advanced level questions for BITSAT, that is not going to help you to any end. Because the type of questions that are going to be asked in BITSAT, it would be more direct and more formula based. So you need to develop your mind, your thought process in such a way that during those 3 hours you are able to handle those type of questions, and you are conversant with the sort of thinking that you require for actually qualifying in BITSAT. But if you start treating the question which come in BITSAT in a more complex way, because that is what you have done up till now for JEE Main and JEE Advanced, then that is going to hamper your preparation. So if you can if you can actually get hold of such material, which is actually designed for BITSAT, it would be more than sufficient for you, Sai. What we'll do is that we'll give you a call because we have such a course which has been specifically designed for BITSAT. So maybe you can give it a try for some time and see if it can help or not. And you want tips and tricks to score maximum, that you will get with the personalized report, as in which concepts you can actually focus on, and which concepts you can actually improve in the given set period of time before the actual BITSAT happens. And along with that, you will also get a schedule from for each and every day, and what you need to go through in each and every subject. That is also present over there. So we can give it a discussion. We can give it give you a call so that we can actually understand the exact specifics of your needs, and then we can take it forward from there. Yeah. Abhinav has asked, I need improvement in physics. Any suggestion? So Abhinav, you in physics, I hope you have taken a mock test for BITSAT, right? So if you have, I would suggest you to share a report with us, especially on the physics section, because each chapter has a different strategy of improvement. So for example, if you want to improve in modern physics, that requires a set of material which is properly structured in a flowchart manner, so that you can revise all the important points in that particular chapter. And so same goes for inorganic and organic chemistry. But if it is calculation heavy, then we need to have to understand what formulae we need to remember for a particular chapter, and how do you approach a problem and the data that has been given in the problem. So for example, in a physics problem, the only thing that you actually need to understand is the data that is given in the problem. If you can represent the data in terms of drawing, or in terms of the symbols that are there in a formula, half of the question is solved, because the only thing that remains is which formula you need to apply, and what is the data that is missing, and which data you need to find out. That is the level of expertise you actually need for BITSAT examination when you are into numerical question solving. In addition to that, we also need to know which all chapters you actually need to start learning from the very scratch, as in you are not really good at in concepts. So that involves a separate strategy. So Abhinav, if you can mail that to us, or if you have not taken any test anywhere, then you can also take a test on our platform. We'll get back to you with a definite plan for your improvement in physics. So Abhinav, I hope I have answered that question. So Aryan has asked, does DoPrep package include only tests or also online classes? Because I need to brush up 11th concepts after boards. So so there are online classes. Sure, Aryan, there is a crash course that we are going to launch in the coming days. So it will include tests, and it will also include online classes as well as individual sessions. So we'll give you a call with the details of that program. We have noted this over here. And the next question that has been Sahit has asked, is it possible to complete BITSAT preparation in 25 days to get 400 plus marks? Sahit, I need to know, I need to actually know what your level is. So if your level is current level is around 300 plus, then yes, sure, you can increase it to 400 in 25 days. But if your current level is something in the range of 180 to 200, then 25 days will surely not be sufficient. So if you can tell us, convey to us your current level of preparation, then we would be in a proper position to actually suggest you or actually give the proper reflection as to how many marks you can expect in BITSAT in 25 days or in 40 days or 45 days, and or if you start from today itself in the next 100 days. Madhu has asked, sir, what is the last date to apply for Madhu? Madhu, I'll be posting the link of the BITSAT admission over here. Over there, it has been written that the last date to apply is on the 20th of March, 5 p.m. So do not wait till that time. I would suggest that go and apply for it today itself. Uh, you will get all the information in the link that I have posted over here. Yeah. So, any more questions that is there in your mind? Yeah. Is there any negative marking in BITSAT examination? Yes, Gagan, there is negative marking. That's why I was saying about mentioning about speed and accuracy. So the negative marks is -1, which and the positive marks that, or the marks that you get for a correct answer is 3. So if I compare it with JMain, committing an error in BITSAT costs you more heavily than that in JMain. I guess my level is 250 to 300. So, Sahit, since you have raised this question, let me just say a shared in the description of this video, and that we are also going to share in the chat window. There are a couple of things that we need to understand. The one thing is the perception that we have of our preparation, and the actual fact versus the actual fact. So, Sahit, what you have written is the perception that you have, and that perception has given me a range of 50 marks, which is a huge range. 50 marks is a very huge range, where a single mark can amounts to something around 50 to 100 ranks. So instead of what I would suggest is that if you can fill up this form. So this form is only for the mathematics subjects. We will be sharing with you for the physics and chemistry later on. But if you can just fill up this form and take a test on a platform, then we can actually map your estimation with the actual preparation level that you have right now. So what we can then do is that we can find out a gap in your perception and actual preparation, and then we can slowly take you towards your perception if your perception is higher than the actual thing. But if your perception is lower than the actual marks that you are getting, then the only thing that we need to do is boost you up and motivate you for increasing your ambition, because the higher the ambition that we have, the better we perform in examinations and in life as well. So Aryan has asked, when do your classes start? So Aryan, we'll give you a call on this, but in a rough estimate, it is going to start in the 7 to 8 days. So, but with all the details, we will give you a call, and then we can take it forward from there. So from now on, in each webinar, we will be sharing different kinds of tools which will actually help you for your preparation in BITSAT or any other competitive examination. The use of these tools will only be able to be conveyed if you fill this up. We'll get back to you with all the necessary things that you need to do. Yeah. This will be a crash course for BITSAT. Yes, Aryan, this will be a crash course for BITSAT. And this will be not a normal crash course like you have been seeing around. This will be a course which will be targeted only towards improvement of your marks. And and this improvement, the strategy of improvement will be separate for all the students. So you will be getting your own personalized improvement plan. So what you will be studying need not be the same as what other students who have enrolled for the program would be studying. So our main purpose is to improve your marks and improve it to the level of actual for qualifying for BITSAT and realize your dream. Will it cover both 11th and 12th syllabus? Yes, Aryan. We do not segregate 11 and 12 separately. Both of them are important for all engineering competitive examinations. So we will be going for 11th and 12th both. Any other questions that you have regarding BITS campus or BITSAT examination? Yeah. How is BITSAT different from JEE? I have answered this question, Pritham, but I'll still, since you have joined late, I'll go through it again. So BITSAT is an examination which tests your speed and accuracy. JEE is an examination which tests your application skills. So BITSAT, the number of questions that are asked in BITS examination is around 150 questions, and which you have to answer in 180 minutes. Whereas in JEE, there are 90, which you are going to answer in 180 minutes. So if you look at this skewed number of questions between the two examinations, this only reflects that the level of difficulty of the questions that is asked in BITSAT is much easier than that in JEE. Though they check your calculation skills, your formula retention skills, your theory retention skills, and your direct application skills. Whereas in JEE, they check it at a more complex level, and the questions are a level higher than what is asked in BITS examination. Yeah, sure, Aryan. Thanks. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah. I hope I have answered that question, Pritham. Or do you want to know anything more regarding the BITS campus? So we'll wait for another 2 to 3 minutes. If you have any other questions in the meantime, you can post it over here. Okay. So if I may ask, what is the most suitable time for the next webinar for you all people, which everybody should be able to attend? Maybe Saturdays are not so free for you all. If you could all just post in the time and the day in the comments box, we'll have a look at it and we'll plan the next webinar which is going to happen in the next week accordingly. So Aryan, should I give the test immediately to know your current level? Yes, Aryan, you should give it immediately, but just take care that it is a 3-hour examination. And you need to create an environment just like the test, and inform all your family members, all your friends that you are going to answer that examination. Even post don't disturb sign in front in your room, at the door of your room, and take that examination in right earnest. Do not stop in between. Take it for the complete 3 hours. Only and only then you will get an actual picture as to what your current level of preparation is. So the link for the free test is all obviously posted in this chat window. You can go to the link and have a look at the instructions, and then you can plan it as to when you can answer the test. You can take it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you feel like. But take it within 1 to 2 days. So I hope most of your queries are have been solved. If you have any other queries, we can take up those queries in the next session, which is going to happen within a week itself. And we will also give you a call personally to discuss your problems, and we can take it forward from there. Thanks everybody for joining, and if you want to know anything else, you can just put in a mail to us at info@doprep.com. We'll get back to you. Okay, so there is one more question before signing off. Let's take that. What are the marks that I have to be getting in BITSAT for getting in the CSE stream? So for getting in the CSE stream for the different campuses, there are different range of marks that you would require. For example, if you want a degree program in the Pilani campus, the amount of marks that you require is 378. If you want to get into Goa campus, computer science, it is 347. And if you want to go into Hyderabad campus, it is 334. So you can have a look at the cutoffs, which has been official cutoff scores, which are there in the BITSAT website. I'll be posting a link over here, so you can go through the link, yeah, and you can take the test, and you can actually see as to how many more marks you would be requiring to get into the different BITS campus in our report section itself. Okay. So I hope I have answered that question, Gagan. So those who have not applied for BITSAT, do it immediately. Do not wait till the end, because it will also affect the slot. Time is very short, and start your preparation. Yeah. Okay, thanks everybody for joining our webinar. We will meet again. Till then, have a good day, and prepare well for all your examinations. We are always here to help you. Yeah. Okay.